So it has been a couple of days since this 2018 Expedition rebuild has been complete, and I've put maybe 700 miles on it, ran all the old fuel out, made sure that it's a full tank of 93. Well, it needs to be 91 or better. I'm going to use 93 from now on, which I always use 93 no matter what kind of car it is. I stick to 93. But we have an upgrade for this vehicle here. It's from Whipple Superchargers. It's an EcoBoost upgrade. For those that don't know what the EcoBoost engine is, it is a twin turbo 3.5 EcoBoost engine from Ford. And in a 2018 limited Expedition, it comes with 375 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque, I believe, on a regular limited. Now, the Platinum one does come with a slightly better engine. It's a Raptor engine. It is a high output 3.5 EcoBoost, so it does come with 400 horsepower on the Platinum version. This is just a limited, and it only comes with 375 horsepower stock. Only the Platinum, but I know if you get a limited Stealth edition, it does have that Raptor engine as well, so it would come with 400 horsepower. And I'm not sure on the torque on those, but this one here, and sitting in front of us, it is 375 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. Now, this Whipple upgrade comes with a bigger intercooler, which is behind the front bumper there on the bottom, and a nice K&N filter and a tune. This upgrade here adds 80 horsepower and 150 foot-pounds of torque, which is pretty crazy for just a bigger intercooler and a tune. This car here has plenty of power as it sits on stock, but this is a pretty good upgrade. And if you're towing, this upgrade is recommended no matter what, but if you're towing, it will help you a lot more. It'll keep your engine cooler and stuff like that. Even if you don't want the tune, it's still smart to upgrade your intercooler to a bigger one. It'll keep your engine cooler and everything like that. So I recommend this kit here. It's pretty easy to install. I'm going to open up these boxes and see what comes with it. I've already installed a few of these on the Expeditions, and F-150 kit I believe is exactly the same for the 3.5 EcoBoost. And I believe the same kit fits a 2.7 EcoBoost F-150s, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you do order one, make sure you order the right kit for the right car, and you won't have any issues. Alright, let's open up these boxes and see what's in there. Kit comes with a way bigger intercooler. It's huge. I will show you a comparison to the old one, original one, once I remove it. Also, there's a few hoses here, and this thing here is so cool. It looks very nice, and also comes with a programming tool, which I will request a proper tune once I get this installed. And here's a way bigger air box that we will be replacing, and the filter is inside that. Everything's already pre-assembled, so this shouldn't take long. There's a manual here, which we will open up and look at it, but I've installed a few of these. And also, we are a Whipple supercharger dealer here in Arden, North Carolina. So if you have any questions or would like your Whipple upgrades installed, check us out. It's amtechsolutions.com. So let's get this started. So the manual that comes with the kit is actually a F-150 install manual. F-150, Raptor, Expedition, Navigator, it's all the same parts, and I was right that it does, the same kit fits a 2.7 liter EcoBoost, so I'm guessing the intercoolers are exactly the same. And looking at this manual, I remember the manual is written for a Raptor, which is, there's more things to remove, like the skid plate in the front. We don't have anything like that on the Expedition. We don't have any kind of special shielding, so it's an easier install on the Expedition. And also, let me back up a little bit, where on the Raptor, if you install this upgrade, it actually adds, I think, 120 horsepower, and I'm not sure how much torque, but it's the Raptor does have the fans on the original intercooler. That's something that the F-150s, regular F-150s and Expeditions don't have, is the fans. So we don't have to worry about that. But it's pretty simple install. As you can see, there's some fans that were switched over from the original intercooler on the Raptor install. And yeah, looks pretty easy. I believe that Whipple says that it's a 2.5 hour install, and it may be quicker here because, like I said, we don't have to remove anything extra like the skid plates or any shields or anything like that, so it shouldn't take that long. But it does come with a few decals saying that it is emissions. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, so it's emissions legal in all 50 states. So it's a very good system. And I think there should be another sticker saying that you can only use 91 or higher with this kit. And I don't know, I'll have to check, but I'm not sure what fuel Ford recommends using in these stock. It probably is 93 or at least 91, but it's a turbo engine. I recommend using 93 either way. So let's get this install going. So the first thing I'm going to do is request a tune for this vehicle here. I've got the programming tool here. I'm going to plug it into the OBD if I can find it. Alright, so looks like we go to request cal file. File created, okay. There's the VIN number there, blah blah blah. Okay, so alright, I think it's recorded, so I just pull the SD card and go from there. Also, if you have not seen the videos of this expedition before it was rebuilt, I bought it from an auction. This whole side was crumbled and the frame was bent and everything. I have a playlist of, I think it's 9 videos that you can watch and see the rebuild process. Check it out. So there's our original intercooler. Need to get some better lighting down here. There it is. And this boot here was ripped, so I cut it shorter and made it work, but I got a new one just to be legit. I don't want to have any boost leaks. So check out this intercooler difference. This thing is huge compared to the original one. Also, this thing is like cramped here and plastic, so eventually it would start leaking here on the sides, where the Whipple one, the upgrade, is a solid piece. Look at these welds. I wish I could weld like that. That looks good. This thing is huge. Let me put up a tape measure. So the original one is about 3 inches, where the upgraded one is like 4 5/8. So that's a 1 5/8 thicker. But this way they're about the same. It's 9 inches, 9 inches, so they're exactly the same that way, but this new intercooler just looks like a monster. Alright, so now everything gets swapped over. Not sure what that's called, but that's getting swapped over to the new one. And these hoses, I have a new hose for this side. Funny how Ford doesn't sell the hose separately. I had to buy the whole pipe assembly from the turbo to the intercooler just for this, but I'm not gonna change the whole thing. I'm just gonna take off the boot and put it on, because that's all I need. And this one was working fine. It just, I had to cut it because there was a tear in it, and I don't want to have any problems later down the road. So this little boot here costed me like almost 200 bucks because I had to buy the whole pipe. Oh well, it is what it is. So everything's been swapped over to the new intercooler from Whipple superchargers. Everything looks good. There's the old intercooler, original, which I had to borrow from my father-in-law for a few weeks. Thanks for that. And here's the new one with the new pipes, new hoses on it. And here's another positive thing about this kit is it replaces this OEM hose, which is plastic here and then rubber, so it gets replaced by a silicone hose, which will be better for the long run, because these plastic hoses here, they tend to fail after years because they get dry and they snap, they break. I have experience, and my friend has experience on a 6.7 diesel, where it's sort of the same idea. and they just break off because of high boost and stuff like that. So that won't be a problem with this one because it's silicone. It is good to go. So let's get these parts installed, and then we'll get under the hood and install the rest of the kit. Alright, there it is. The new intercooler is in place. Everything is connected. This hose looks very good. Everything's in place. Everything's torqued down. All the hoses are tight. These are supposed to be flexible, so it looks really good. Let's lower the car and put the filter in. Alright, so everything has been installed from the Whipple upgrade on this EcoBoost 2018 Ford Expedition. I still don't have the tune, but even with the stock tune, it's safe to drive. All it is a bigger intercooler, a bigger filter, so it's not gonna do any damage. Also, I forgot to buy new spark plugs because you actually have to pull the plugs and adjust the gaps. But totally forgot. I wanted to change the spark plugs and I totally forgot to buy new ones. I was going to just adjust the new ones to the required spec, which is 0.025. So I will do that tomorrow, and I'll put the tune in and everything and go on a test drive. I'm excited to see how it will respond. I've driven Expeditions with this Whipple upgrade before, but it's just more exciting because this is our personal Expedition, and you know, and this is probably the first salvage Expedition with the EcoBoost upgrade. Who knows? But all right, that is it for right now. Let's wait on this tune and get the new spark plugs. So back on the Whipple upgrade install, I've got some spark plugs that I picked up, brand new ones, because the manual says to gap the plug to 0.025, and I looked it up and the OEM plugs are gapped to 0.031, so I'm going to adjust the gap on the new ones. That way, if I gotta pull the plug, I might as well change them. 37,000 miles on this engine. Might as well put new plugs in it. So I'm going to pre-gap them now to 0.025 and put them in, put the tune in, and go on the first test drive. Just pre-gap the spark plug to 0.025. Gonna take this engine cover off, which is held by two nuts, 10mm, and it just pops off. Then I'll just remove the coils, remove all 6 plugs, and replace them with the new ones. Let's go. here are the original plugs of the 2018 Expedition with 37,000 miles. They look pretty good, but like I said, since I have to pull them out and regap them, I might as well replace them. So I went with the original brand Motorcraft, and let's pop the new ones back in and go from there. Now that the new plugs are in, I should be able to put the tune in and be done with this install. Look at this fancy Whipple programming tool here. I already have the file in there and the SD card. Just plug it in to the OBD. If I can plug it in, and there it goes. There it goes. Turn ignition on. Something's happening, something's erasing. Programming, enter. Reprogramming, software update, enter. Press enter to start. Boom. All right. Module programming complete. Okay. Now we just go diagnostics, codes, no stored codes. Boom. Clear them anyways. Alright. Very cool. Start it up. Driving.
Expedition.
Yeah. With what?
New Whipple.
Yes.
Brand new.
What a difference.
Yeah. So fast.
Wow. All that boost. It's also boost weather. It's 59 degrees. So this completes the Whipple upgrade install on this 2018 Ford Expedition, and this thing is crazy. 470 foot-pounds of torque stock, and this added 150 foot-pounds of torque. also added 80 horsepower. So right now this car is at 455 horsepower, which is crazy.
I approve.
Yeah. All right, later.